off that escalator? Why didn't they? Why don't they walk off that escalator? Anybody got any idea here? Mike, help me out, will you, man? I'm dying. I'm
Too busy complaining.
What's that?
They're too busy complaining.
Too busy complaining? That might be it. What else?
They don't know how.
They don't know how. Interesting. We get so dependent on systems. We get so dependent on systems that, what's the problem here anyway? What's the problem in this video? What's the problem? Anybody know? Here's the problem. Not that the escalator is broken. They got to get to the second floor. That's the problem. But stuff happens and we get obsessed with all the other stuff around it. And we try to fix everything else. And we don't have to. All we got to do is get where we want to go. Get to the second floor. You know where it is? Get to the top of the stairs. Go get there. Get it done. Get it done. I'll tell you what. The reason I show this, I like it. There's a writer, Charles Swindoll. Brilliant. He said something that I want to give everybody. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. I don't want to pick anybody in this room. I don't. But you guys, especially you surgeons, you react to stuff like that all the time when it's in somebody else's body. Oh my God, it's different than we thought. Bang, 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 we fix them and they live. Happens to you on the way to work and you don't know what to do. We did a little experiment with kids at Nottingham High School. They had to have a paper ready. We put them in the computer room and then we turned off all the computers. Guess what? Everybody sat there and thought they couldn't have their, they were going to take the F. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. They didn't think about, let's write it out by hand. We can laugh, but it's sad. We can laugh, but it's sad. Ever had your cell phone go dead? Ever had your computer, the internet go out? Huh? Oh my God, what am I going to do? You'll figure it out, get it done. 10% what happens to you, 90% reaction. I'm going to try and take some pressure off you right now. Here's one of the other things I like about this. Control the controllable. You don't control, he doesn't control. You can sit there and wait for false hope, wait for somebody to come fix your big problem. Yeah, they'll go fix that and this and that. No, they're not. They might, but you're going to be dead. They might. Control the controllable. You know, you guys have the toughest jobs in the world. You're trying to save lives. There's a great, we use a lot of film when we're dealing with stuff. There's a great line in the film, Rudy. Rudy's trying to get into Notre Dame, and he's in the church praying, and he says to the priest, have I done everything I could? And the priest says, son, there's only two irrefutable truths that I know. One, there is a God. Two, I ain't him. Are you ready? And neither are you. And neither are you. Your job isn't to save everybody. Your job is to do the best you can do. That's it. That's it. You got to be celebrating how well your team does, win, lose, or draw. You need to celebrate success, win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw, it's got to be positive for your guys. It's got to be positive. That's key. That's a key thing. You got to keep it positive. Obviously, we feel bad when things happen, but our job is to be the best we can possibly be. Now, I don't have a lot of time, so I want to make sure I get. Here's something that, if you're going to be a leader, then somebody's got to follow. Somebody's got to follow. So that brings us to communication. Communication. I'm not a good communicator because I talk so much. That might seem strange. But the best communicators learn how to listen. Because here's the truth about communicating and connecting. People want to be understood. How in God's name are you going to understand them if you don't listen to them? If you don't listen to them first. Let me ask this question in this room, because there's just a few of us left. That's nice. Listen to me. Raise your hand if you've ever had a moment in your life where you wanted to tell somebody something that was so important to you and they wouldn't listen or didn't listen. Raise your hand if you've ever had that experience. Oh my God. Now think about that. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Here's what people say: alone, isolated, deserted, abandoned, helpless, horrible, awful. Think about that. On the other hand, when you try to talk to somebody and tell them something that was important to you and they listen. I didn't say solve the problem, gentlemen. You know how we all gotta solve the problem? Just listen. Because the reason we don't want to listen is we don't have time for their problems. Don't solve their problem, just listen. Just listen. But watch this. Watch this. The words that come back when they were listened to: relieved, connected, loved, etc., etc. Now, I don't know about you, but when I try to talk to people, I want them to feel loved and connected. They're going to listen. And the key, listen to me now, keep using that word, listen to me. The key to being able to lead is building trust. Building trust. If I want you to do something, you need to trust me. Here's how you're going to trust me. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to you as hard as I can. I'm going to nod in all the right places. And if I can't help, I'm going to say, God, I can see how you feel like that. I hope it works out for you. I'll walk on. You don't have to fix the problem, but you need to start listening to people. And I don't mean doctor to doctor, doctor to nurse, administrator to nurse, administrator to doctor, administrator to administrator. I mean human to human. It's got to be human contact. That's what's going to win it over for you. Everybody's got to feel a part of this team, and I mean everybody. Everybody's got to feel a part of it. So you have to listen, and you have to connect. There's a great video. I had to cut it out because time is of the essence. But it's called Blind Man on the Stairs. You get a chance, and I want you to be able to think about it. I'm going to run through it. But Blind Man on the Stairs.